people ask me, I don't know, I guess since I'm the one that actually made a lecture in English about wasting seed, they made me like some type of expert in it, but it's a very difficult thing to overcome, especially for young generation. So how do you overcome an addiction? According to the Zohar Kadosh, wasting seed is the biggest addiction a human can possibly have. More than any drug, more than money, more than anything else, but wasting seed is the highest level of addiction you can get to, because the Rambam explains it's in essence the only reason why you actually even have a body. If Hashem was not going to need for you, or want for you, to bring children to the world, there would be no purpose for your body. Which in essence means that one of the ultimate purposes of the body is to generate seed. So once someone gets addicted to it, it's very, very difficult to stop.
Where is this Rambam?
The Rambam, I'm talking about right now, in Ilchot Isurei Be'ah, which we'll go into in a second. So now, how do you overcome this? How do you overcome this huge desire? So in Ilchot Isurei Be'ah, Perek 22, Chaf Bet, Halacha 21. The Rambam says the following. וכן לנהוג להתרחק מן השחוק ומן הסחרות ומדברי האגבים. Someone needs to stay away from joking, messing around, doing nonsense. שאלו גורמים גדולים ומעלות של עריות. These are things that lead, in essence, and again I'm interpreting it not word for word but in an understandable language. These are things that lead to the crime of promiscuity, to the sin of sex crimes. ולא ישב ולא אישה שמנהג גב גורם לטהרה יתירה גדולה מכל זאת. אמרו יפנה עצמו ממחשבתו לדברי תורה וירחיב דעתו בחוכמה. שאין מחשבת עריות מתגברת אלא בלב פנוי מן החוכמה. So here he's telling you something very interesting. Don't get to a point of becoming used to this type of behavior. And don't empty your mind from Torah, midivre Torah, and distance your thinking from wisdom. שאין מחשבת עריות מתגברת אלא בלב פנוי מן החוכמה. Because the thought of arayot, which is a sex crime, promiscuity, immodesty, and so on, only takes hold of a lev panui, an empty heart, mina chokhmah. The thought of promiscuity, sex, all of those thoughts that are distanced from Hashem are only going to enter a mind that's far away from wisdom. And what is wisdom? We know it's Torah. So in so many words, the Rambam is teaching us here the secret of how to overcome wasting seed. And really how to overcome all sins. Don't sit there and do nothing. Learn Torah, but to such an extent that you always have some type of chidush or some type of thought, Torah-related thought on your mind. Whether it's Parashat Shavua, or the halakha you learned that morning, or something you learn in a shiur, something going on in your mind. Because as soon as your mind is empty of any Torah thought, it's in essence considered an empty mind. Once it's an empty mind, you're leaving the door open for promiscuity to enter, because that's in essence what your body is asking for. As soon as your body feels there's a need for him to do something, because your neshama is bored, that's what the body was doing. So, the secret, learn. It's not such a big secret. So now, I had a couple of Talmidei Yeshiva and actually a couple of Avrechim. They contacted me about this issue. And one guy told me, listen, I learn Mavrech, I learn serious, this, that, the other thing, but I still have this problem. So get married, because I'm married. I have kids, and I still have this problem. As soon as I have free time, Ben Azmanim, or my wife goes to sleep, immediately I put on something on the TV, on the computer, or the phone, or something, and destroy my life. How? How do I stop this? Rambam gave the answer. Rambam gave the answer. He's telling you that the only way you're going to get to a point of actually even desiring that sin is if you have a lev panui michokhma, meaning is if you have some space. You're leaving some space, you're not using all of your mind. And the answer was that yes, you're studying Torah, but not at your level. You're studying just to fill a void. You're studying because you have to go, you have to study. That's what you do at a kollel. They study Gemara, you study Gemara. They study Shulchan Aruch, you study Shulchan Aruch. You smoke 18 cigarettes a day. You make a couple of phone calls here and there. You talk with each other. You're studying. You're there, but you're not studying. You're studying. You know, there's studying and there's studying. So there's two things you have to do. One, get serious with studying. How? Do something called ta'anit dibur. When you're studying, don't talk about anything mundane. It's not easy. It's not for the average person. But anyone that wants miracles in their life, do this for 2 hours a day for at least 90 days in a row. You want a serious miracle? Like, I'm not a miracle worker, not a Kabbalist, I'm not anything. But I know this works. You want a serious miracle? You do Ta'anit Dibur, 2 hours. Serious learning. Now don't start learning like you're learning ABCs. Learn serious Torah for 2 hours straight. 2 hours every day for 90 days straight. You can become something special. Do it for longer, obviously even better. But 90 days straight, no breaks. Even if it's Yom Kippur. So that's one.
2 hours in a row?
No, 2 hours you spread it over a week. Yeah, 2 hours in a row. What's the meaning if it's not 2 hours in a row? If it's not 2 hours in a row, it's not really studying. If you're studying 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the afternoon, 5 minutes there, then you can study it over a period of a week. If it's 2 hours in a row, that's a serious study. The Arizal actually said that if you're not studying for 4 hours in a row, you didn't really study. But we're not at that level. Let's go to 2 hours. 2 hours in a row of serious studying. That's step number one. 2, study things that are at your level. Which for him, for this specific Avrech, what he was studying was not at his level. It's fine. Studying Gemara, it was good. It was just tochen mayim, grinding water. Had to do something a little bit more difficult. And Baruch Hashem, he did it, changed his life. Marriage got better, kids got better, life got better, everything got better. So I know this works. Go ahead, your question.
Is listening to like a shir the same thing as like studying?
It is considered Torah, but it's not considered the same level. It is considered Torah if you're a beginner. If you're just starting out, listening to Shiur Torah is great. You need to listen to Shiur Torah. Even if you're not a beginner, you should listen to some Shiur Torah from time to time. But if you are already in for a while, then you have to do more. You have to do more than just Shiur Torah. You have to listen to Shiur Torah plus, something else. If you're a Talmid Yeshiva, then you have to study from the books. You're at a level of studying from the books. If you're just starting out, then it's Shiur Torah is fine. If you're somewhere in between, then you could split it up. You could do an hour of Shiur Torah and an hour of Gemara. An hour of, something that stimulates your brain. Don't just read like Sipurei Tzadikim. It's considered Torah. No, don't disrespect the Sipurei Tzadikim or any part of the Torah. All of it is good. But if you want miracles to happen pertaining to this 90-day thing that I'm talking about, it has to be Torah that causes you to sweat. Like I've been sweating for the last hour and a half here from the heat, like that. You forgot to turn on the air conditioner today.
It's on. We're all cold over here.
No, because Tzaddik in the back turned it on. Because he was suffering, he saw me suffering, so he started suffering for me. You've been watching me melt over here like an ice cream. So, where does Rambam get his chidush from? In Ilchot Isurei Be'ah. He gets it from this Mishnah. Because this Mishnah says, "Amalech b'derech yechidi u'mefane libo levetala." One who turns his heart to idleness. Person that leaves his heart open to shtuyot, to nonsense. He's thinking about baseball and basketball games. He's thinking about the stock market of what's going to happen tomorrow when the market opens at 9:30. He's thinking about stock options that he bought and whether it's going to expire on Friday. He's thinking about the girl that he met, whether she's the one or she's not the one. He's thinking about what he's going to do this weekend. He's thinking about shtuyot. He's thinking about this world. He's not thinking about the next world, the real world. He says, him, for sure he's going to create demons. Maybe not now, in an hour from now. Maybe not now, maybe in an hour from now. Maybe 2 hours. But he's definitely going to create demons tonight. Why? His heart is empty. There's no chokhmah in it. There's nothing there. He's wasting his life. And that's why when someone is wasting their life, he's telling you, you're putting that life on the line. Not that you're mamash going to get hit by a truck that minute, chas v'shalom. But it's that you're creating those same demons that are going to torture you your whole life. And even if you go with such an extent of bitul Torah to such an extent that it actually does say, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, people that actually are mevatel Torah, that are wasting their time, it does say that they actually are bringing death to their life.